So yeah, so I just had like a really rough morning. I just spent like most of it spent most of my morning like crying because I just started this new routine where I wake up and I make like oatmeal first. Usually, I used to make oatmeal like an hour and a half after I woke up. I don't eat it until like 7:30, and I wake up at 4:40. So I forgot the steps. I forgot to make my oatmeal first. And like when I was further in my process of the day, I was cooking fish, and I was like, well, I didn't make the oatmeal yet, so let me make the oatmeal and cook the fish. And it threw off. It started like really stressing me out, like where I just like started like shaking and crying on the floor because I didn't do the oatmeal first. And then because I didn't do the oatmeal first, I felt like when the fish was cooking, I was trying to cut the eggs so the eggs would be done. And I started like getting really angry at myself and like cursing at myself, and then like 20 minutes later, when I was making the yogurt, I was putting the yogurt in the Tupperwares. Or was it the soy sauce? Yeah, something happened with the soy sauce. Like with the Tupperwares, there was too many Tupperwares because I made a mistake with the oatmeal, and I cooked the eggs too long and they weren't yolky, so I had to put tomato sauce in them, and I started like crying and shaking. And then like I just wanted to commit suicide and just not do this anymore. But if I would have made the oatmeal first, if I would have woke up at 4:40 and did the oatmeal first, I wouldn't have been suicidal this morning. I wouldn't have cursed myself out, and I wouldn't have cried several times. And I think that's why it's why it's so hard to be one of us, because like a little tiny thing could throw off your entire day. Where you just don't want to live anymore, and you just don't want to do this anymore because it's too difficult. You should just fucking made that oatmeal, man. God fucking damn it. And I made sure I wrote it down because it was new. It was a new thing, making the oatmeal first. and I forgot the step. So I wrote the step down. I mean, my room is just my room is just full of like fucking steps. It's like fucking pieces of paper on the fucking wall tacked up. Telling me like what I need to do, like guidelines, like step by step by step by step. Because if I forget one of the steps, I just end up crying one morning and like suicidal and like, yelling at myself. And then I fucking become like sometimes like I become homicidal and like I just like fucking. So yeah. So I wrote it down. I wrote the step down. And I put it on my wall so I wouldn't mess up again. Fuck. I don't know why this is so hard, you know? It's like when when I explain this to people, they don't get it. And then when some people come into my room, you see all the writing on the wall, they think I'm crazy. They think I'm like, you know, beautiful mind Russell Crowe, whatever the fuck his name was. And I'm like, so then I start with like removing the papers from the walls. But like, you know, so people won't think I'm crazy when they come visit me. But I like having those papers on the wall. Like I need them. Because I need reminders. Like, you know, like not just what the steps are, but like all the things that you have to do. Or all the things that you have to think about to like, you know, like be okay. People just like make fun of you, you know, like when they come visit you. They make you feel like there's something wrong with you. Because like, well, I guess there is, you know, it's just like, I guess there is. I don't know, man. You know? You know, it's 7:59 right now. Well, I woke up at 4 o'clock because I kept waking up. And I was just like, God, I can't do this anymore. Like, I'm so hungry. I need to wake up and drink coffee and water. I was like, I don't know what time it is, but I can't do this anymore. I've just been laying in bed for a half an hour and I'm not going back to sleep. I just feel it, you know. I just know that I'm not gonna be able to sleep, and I'm hungry. So I woke up, got out of bed. I was already up. And I took the cloth off my alarm clock, and it was only 4 a.m., which means I only got like 5.5 hours of sleep. Ah, fuck. Because I was up so much throughout the night. And I don't know what to do about that. You take sleeping meds, you feel like a zombie. You don't even feel like you anymore. You don't take sleeping meds, you can't sleep. And then you're sleep deprived and you forget steps. You forget things, like you forgot to make the oatmeal first. And everything turns to shit. And your life is awful. Cry all morning, suicidal. Get frustrated with yourself. I don't know, man. I hope it gets better. I hope you're having a good day, and yeah, if you could relate to these videos, I think I'm going to my sister's today. She runs my Amazon stuff because I can't own debit cards or credit cards. I'm off the grid. But she handles all my Amazon ebook accounts and stuff like that. So I'm going to see if I could find a way to make my book free on Friday, on Fridays or something like that. Because I heard I think Jenna Marisi does that, where you could, put ebooks on Amazon free every once in a while, so people could just buy your book for free for a 24-hour period. I think you could do that. If that's the case, I think on this Friday I'll make my book free, and do that every Friday or something like that. Because I really want you guys to read it. And I know $3 is a lot of money. And I really want you guys to read that book. Especially if you're like me and you feel like me most of the time. Because it's important to know that somebody understands you, and you're not alone, and somebody gets you. I think that's one of my biggest struggles. No one understands me, and I can't tell anybody who I am, or I can't just be crazy. Me removing all the paper off my wall because people make fun of me and they think that there's something wrong with me. Yeah, that's a primary example. The only time I ever am really happy, I mean really happy, is when I'm in mental institutions. Because I feel like those people get me and they're my tribe. And I don't have to cook for myself. People cook for me. And there's coffee there. Even though I know it's decaf coffee, it's not real coffee. I pretty much drink coffee all day, and I love coffee. I miss the mental institution. But if I'm not in a mental institution, I feel like nobody understands me. I feel like I can't really talk to anybody. I could talk to my sister, but I don't really want to bother her with my problems. You get to a point where you don't want to bother anybody. You really don't want anyone to worry about you, you know? So you just keep all this stuff in, and then you just get worse and worse and worse. To the point where life is so hard to it's so hard to live it. You just want to fucking die. It's just like, no point. It's like, what the fuck am I even doing it for? It's so fucking hard, man. It's just like, what the fuck is the point? And the ups and downs are a motherfucker, man. Like yesterday morning, I was so fucking happy. I was so fucking happy yesterday morning. Because I remembered to make the oatmeal first. That was fucking classic. That was good. Such humor and being so crazy. Such humor. Well, anyways, if you can relate to these videos, think about buying the book. It might make you feel loved or happy, or give you some comfort, because that's why I wrote it. Yeah, I wrote it for you guys. I didn't write it for me. And I wrote it for your fucking parents. I was gonna call them bitch-ass parents, but let's just call them parents. I was gonna write because fucking if you got borderline personality disorder, the chances of you having shitty parents are pretty high, because usually borderline is caused by having like severe trauma and abuse in your childhood. We all know that. So, yeah, I wrote it for your parents, your family, your friends, and you. So, it's in the description below. Whatever. But yeah, man, I don't know. I hope you're having a good time. Yeah, buy the book. If you want to feel loved and cared about an attractive man with sleep deprived, purple eyes, we don't want to talk. And I'll try to find out what I can do about Fridays. Getting the ebook on what the fuck am I talking about? On Amazon for free on Fridays for you guys, so you don't have to pay money for it. You can just buy it for free. Whatever. I don't care about money. I don't give a fuck. What the fuck am I gonna do? I can't even leave the goddamn house. I haven't left the house in days. Fuck. Alright, guys. Have fun. The video's getting too long. Later. And make the oatmeal first.